Hey, I want to introduce to you today a practice called Statio. It's a Benedictine practice, a monastic practice. It's actually centuries old. I discovered this just a few years ago and I found it to be really useful. What it is, Statio, you think of the word stationary, it's a pause between two things. So you think about how we run from one thing to the next. We're on the hamster wheel, we never stop, we're exhausted at the end of the day. There are no moments for pause. What Statio is the space between two activities or two things, that transition space. And what you do in Statio is simply like pivot. So let's say, just for example, you're at work and you have a lunch hour at 12 o'clock. So right before you enter into that lunch hour, you pause, you take a breath, take a prayerful posture, and you remember what you've just done. And you see how God has resourced you or was with you in that activity, and you thank Him for it. And then you quiet yourself, and then you think about what's coming next, and you ask God to help you to be present to the very next thing, to not carry from the former activity into the next. So especially like if you're hurrying from one place to another, you can carry that hurry or anxiety right into the next meeting. So I oftentimes in my classes at Jessup will start by just simply practicing Statio. I'll have the students just recognize, hey, did you just come from a class, a meeting with a friend? Pause, thank God for it, kind of put it to rest. Now, what are you about to enter into? Now let's present our minds and hearts to God to do what He wants to do. So can I encourage you, especially for those of you who just run constantly and end up feeling exhausted, to see if you can create these pauses in between events. It can even be happen between two meetings at work. You just pause, and what happens is you can now be present in a new way to the next thing without carrying what you just did into that next thing that you're doing. I hope that's helpful to you.